Hi everyone, this is Ramalinga Prasad Kuppa. Welcome to my channel, Pharma World. Today's topic is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is an overall analysis of any system or an individual for evaluation of the strengths, inherent weaknesses, opportunities for converting weaknesses into strengths, and finally, the threat, which is suicidal if not identified, evaluated to what extent it is a threat, and corrective actions taken. Let us see more on this SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is a detailed identification and evaluation of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of any operating system. SWOT is a coined word to describe the requirements of identification and evaluation of these critical aspects of any system. The operating system is a networked arrangement involving several functions and departments across pharmaceutical manufacturing, complying to GMP requirements. The system contains many procedures and interconnected activities. The intent is to always get a good quality product. Strengths, weaknesses of all the activities and the personnel involved must be evaluated fully. Entire pharmaceutical manufacturing is carried out on two important concepts: job specific operations and GMP requirements. This is important. Job specific requirements are totally process requirements. The other important aspect is compliance with the GMP. GMP is all about practices, healthy practices, honestly carried out with heart and soul. It should be like a routine habit which should run through the blood. For example, if you go to a temple for a prayer, you will automatically remove the shoes outside the temple and enter inside. Nobody would tell you to do so, isn't it? The GMP should be practiced that way and no shortcuts. How to move forward? Let us see how to go about. Carefully list out all activities as prescribed in the procedures which are part of the system. This is the first step. List out all activities serially. Compare the content with the updated guidelines for the content and its intent. This step is important. You should compare the content with the guideline requirements and get into the intent of the requirements. Whether the activity is as per the requirement or not will largely depend on your understanding and interpretation in correct, logical, and scientific way. Risk assessment tools, FMEA or FMECA, will help a lot. Identify the positive aspects and gaps against the guidelines. When you use the FMEA or FMECA tools, the identification could be more logical and scientific. Classify the gaps identified as major and minor. The classification helps on to what extent the evaluation should be done for designing the kappa. List out each activity, let it be insignificant activity or highly impacting activity. This is important. You never decide whether it is significant or not. The evaluation would lead to decisions. List out the basket of all strengths. Yes, honestly. By now, you have a list of strengths and weaknesses. List of strengths may be smaller compared with weaknesses. List out another basket of all weaknesses, W, without any apprehensions. Do not feel shy or feel inferior to accept the weakness. The entire exercise is to convert all weaknesses into strengths. List out all the opportunities to transfer weaknesses into strengths basket. This is where you must choose the right path. The opportunities could be a reliable source of knowledge, an experienced subject matter expert who can interpret to your understanding. Telling is different from communicating. Telling is only talking on a subject, whatever you know. Communication is to make the opposite person understand the content and its intent without any ambiguity. So, it is important to get a good and knowledgeable person who can interpret correctly. List out all threats which are suicidal for survival. Most importantly, this is a critical aspect. Unless there is basic knowledge of the activity carried out, your survival in the job is doubtful. It is like a person who has a valid driving license and does not know what the purpose of a clutch and accelerator is. How do you expect such a licensed person to drive the car safely? If a HPLC or GC operator does not understand and interpret the requirements of USP Chapter 621, the data generated is not reliable. It is suicidal. My intention is not to disappoint chromatographers. It is to highlight the importance of the subject knowledge. Action plan. Improvise the strengths in dynamic way on pace with the improvements and increased requirements of the guidelines. After this exercise, we know where we are. Based on the outcome of the SWOT analysis, it is necessary to improve on the required strengths. The requirements are dynamic in nature and keeps updating frequently depending upon the increased requirements of compliance. Explore opportunities from external source and from experienced subject matter experts to have complete knowledge on the weakness. This is the best way to get the correct path for opportunities for converting weaknesses into strengths. External training programs and or internal training programs may be conducted extensively to ensure the team becomes stronger on the understanding of the requirements. So, simultaneously, the focus should be on these aspects too. Poor knowledge or no knowledge on the activity carrying out can be fatal. The survival can be doubtful. All technical jobs must be carried out as per the guideline requirements. For this approach, it is necessary that job specific activities should be taught and trained against the master reference in addition to the routine SOP on the shop floor. For example, all the QC personnel should be trained in the USP or European Pharmacopoeia texts for the specific activities they carry out. The in-house STP should be supplementary to the negotiable master standard references. Similarly, all the production guys should be trained on 21 CFR Part 211 requirements. SWOT analysis is not one-time activity. It should be dynamic analysis. So, SWOT analysis should be a continuous process for improvements. SWOT analysis is a good tool for improvement of any system. This helps in continual improvements of the system. SWOT analysis is a very useful tool for personality development of any individual. Of course, this is a wonderful tool for personality development too. The principles and concepts are same as described so far. I hope that this brief information on SWOT analysis is useful for your system development and personal development. Thanks for watching. For more videos, please do subscribe, like, and share. Also, please leave a message in comments box for any further support. Thank you.